Hi YouTube! This is going to be my 1 week postpartum update and an update on how Kalli's doing in the NICU. So first of all, she's out of her incubator. She's into they call it a big bed now. It's like I guess it's just the thing they put them in after they're born. She on When she was 3 days old, I got to hold her for the first time. It was really great feeling, I guess, holding her. Then when she was 4 days old, I got to change her diaper, and I've been changing her diaper every time it needed to be changed since I've been there. She's breathing on her own now. She doesn't have any extra oxygen or temperature regulation. She has a feeding tube in. She eats from a bottle, but she won't finish the bottle. She'll eat about 35 milliliters or 40 usually, and then she doesn't want any more. She's not really falling asleep while she's eating. She just doesn't want to finish eating it, I guess. So the nurses put the rest of it in through her feeding tube. She has lost some weight, which was pretty normal, but she hasn't gained any weight either. She's just been losing weight. Between yesterday and today, she lost 10 grams. I'm not really sure how much she weighs in pounds and ounces right now, because they only tell me her weight in grams, and I don't really know the conversion for it. So other than that, she's doing really good. She's in newborn clothes because Preemie clothes, the sleepers anyway. She's in newborn because Preemie, the legs are too small. And today was the first day that I brought her any of her own clothes from home. They had her in what's it called, a onesie today when I got there, and it was 0 to 3 months, but it was a really small looking 0 to 3 months because it fit her pretty well. Like, it wasn't too small or really too big or anything. But then I put a newborn sleeper on her, and she was swimming in it. I'll put a picture. I also brought her some blankets and stuff and whatnot, and I guess the nurse said that since her sleeper was so big on her that I put on her, that it was okay that I could leave her scratch mittens off. She doesn't really need them. She wasn't scratching or anything, but they have to have them if they have a feeding tube in, because they'll try and rip their feeding tube out, I guess. And I don't really like having the mittens on her because at the hospital the nurses always seem to tie them too tight, and when I get there I take them off and I loosen them up and put them back on, because usually they're leaving little red marks on her hands, and I don't want that. So I guess it's a good thing that her sleepers are too big for her. So also her diapers, she's in preemie diapers. Today the nurse, when I went to ask her some more diapers at the hospital, the nurse gave me newborn diapers, and I tried putting one on. It wouldn't even have stayed up. It was too big. When I went to tell the nurse that it was too big, she looked at me like I had two heads and that she definitely should be wearing newborn diapers. But anyway, I got some preemie diapers from them and put them on her. All they had left in her drawer was size 1. She definitely wouldn't have fit in those. Other than that, she's doing pretty good. She's breathing on her own. She can regulate her own temperature. She's eating a little bit. I'm pretty sure that once she can eat on her own from the bottle, and she finishes the bottles every time, and she gains weight 3 days in a row, I can bring her home. I'd like to try to establish breastfeeding while she's still in the hospital, just so I can know if I'm doing it right and if she's latching correctly, and make sure that she's getting enough of what she needs. Right now I'm just pumping. I'll try and turn this. That's my pump. I rented one from a place in our mall well, it's not really a mall, it's called Market Square. It's like a big, I guess you could call it a mall. I don't know. I don't really call it a mall. I don't go there much. Um, anyway, it's the same pump that we have at the hospitals, and I have a pump, but it doesn't really work quite as well where I'm pumping exclusively right now, and I have to pump 8 or 9 times a day, and I had to pump for 40 minutes. If I was to use my pump, it would take me about 40 minutes because I had to pump, because it's just a single pump, so I'm pumping one at a time. And this one here, it's a double pump, and it's hospital grade, and it works much better. Um, I'm hoping I don't have to keep pumping. Like, I'm hoping that she will latch on and be able to feed right from me, I guess. Because pumping could probably get expensive if I have to keep renting this pump, because it's $24 a week or $80 a month, and I don't know, formulas probably cost about the same, but I was hoping not to have to spend that much on feeding because I was planning on breastfeeding. And right now I'm pumping, but she's still getting the breast milk, which is what is the best for her, and it's good for me too, but right now I know it's the best for her, especially since she's so premature and she needs all the help she can get. Um, so, other than that, she's doing really well, like I said. Um, I'll put some pictures in at the end of her. I don't have any videos yet of her because she doesn't really do much right now. Today was the first day that she was actually pretty awake and alert. Like, she had her eyes open the whole time we were there. Like, we stayed with her for 4 hours today. The whole time we were there, she was wide awake and had her eyes open. And every other day that I've been there, she pretty much slept most of the time, and she'd wake up for like 10 or 15 minutes, or when she was supposed to be fed, she would wake up. But other than that, she has been pretty. She's just been sleeping, growing a little bit, I guess. Yeah. So that's all for her updates, I guess. I'm fine. Everybody tells me I don't look like I just had a baby. I haven't seen a doctor. Like, even when I was in the hospital, when I left the hospital, the only time I talked to a doctor the whole time I was there after delivery was just for 5 minutes when I was getting ready to leave, and I just had the doctor to come in and give me the okay that I could go and go home. All she did was she came in and she asked me how my bleeding was and said, okay, so you're ready to go home? And I said, yes, I'm ready. And she said, okay. And that was it. Oh, and I saw my OBGYN. She wasn't like, I didn't go to see her. I was going to the mother baby clinic in our hospital to get a pumping kit for the pump I rented. It's just like the bottle and the shield and whatever. Um, I just walked by the labor and delivery room and I saw my doctor going in. And she stopped and talked to me and asked me how I was and everything. And she didn't deliver the baby. She was my OBGYN for prenatal care and whatever. Um, so other than that, I've been doing really good. Um, I'm still a little sore sometimes. And I'm having some like pain, just like a little bit. It just feels like menstrual cramps kind of. But I'm pretty sure that's normal. I'm trying to drink lots of fluids to keep my milk up, and I'm tired all the time. I know once the baby gets here it'll be even worse because I won't get any sleep probably. But right now I'm waking up every 2 to 3 hours to pump at night, so it's getting pretty draining. I had it planned out the day before yesterday. I had pumped extra during the day so that I could sleep later at night. Because I guess that at the hospital, at the lactation clinic, they told me that if I pump every 2 hours during the day, then I could pump every 4 hours at night rather than 3 hours at a time all day, all night. And that way I'd get extra sleep. So the other night I stayed up until 1 o'clock because I was planning on if I stayed up and pumped at 1, then I would be able to sleep until 5 and then pump again at 5, and then be able to sleep in until 9 and then pump again at 9. and then be up for the day or whatever, because that's usually the time that I would have gotten up had I just been doing, had I still been pregnant, I guess. um, so I was really looking forward to that. And then at 7:30, the carpenter came and knocked on my door that I didn't know was coming. But it was good that he came because we needed new windows. And he brought me new windows. You can't see them, but they're there. My apartment is kind of, it's basically a 200-year-old house that they split in half and called it an apartment. And it's decently cheap. And everybody always tells me to move out because it's crappy looking, but I don't care how it looks on the outside. I don't really care how it looks on the inside. We don't have mold, and it's warm, and it's a roof, and it's affordable. And now that I have new windows, it's even better because now the heat's affordable. Um, the only window I was really concerned about getting a window in, like the room I was concerned about getting a window in, was the baby's room, and I got it. So I'm happy about that. And I got them in every other room in the house, but I'm just happy. Um, Other than that, I don't think I have anything to update on really. Um, the baby's doing good. I'm fine. So I will, guess I'll go now. I want to do a video about exclusively pumping. So I'm going to do a little research on that and then I'll probably make a video about that. But if not, I will see you again next week for my 2-week postpartum baby update. And hopefully Callie's getting closer to being able to come home then. I hope so. So I'm going to put in some pictures at the end of this, and I will see you next time. Bye!